So Ohio State is at 5 and Alabama is at 6 in the new AP Top 25 poll released this Sunday. We're heading into college football championship week. And does Ohio State have a legit shot? Does Alabama have a legit shot at making the playoff with this new information? And I know what you're probably thinking, like, this is just AP poll. This isn't the college football playoff rankings. But let me just say this, that the AP poll and the college football playoff rankings for the first 1 through 7 teams have been identical every week the rankings have been released. The only week that it was different was the very first week, and that was pretty earlier into the season, week 9. We're still trying to figure out who these teams were, but since then, teams have proven themselves over and over again, or proven that they weren't as good as we thought they were, and they've been reflected that in the college football playoff rankings. So let me just kind of get my point across. The AP poll and the college football playoff rankings have been identical for the top teams, the top 7 teams. So I don't expect anything to change when the college football playoff rankings comes out on Tuesday. So given that information, do these chances change for either of these teams to get into the college football playoff? Well, it's pretty simple for USC. Win and you're in, lose and you're out. And if USC loses, Ohio State is going to slide up into that next spot. But what does that mean for all the Alabama fans out there? Is there a legit chance, or maybe a slimmer of hope, for Alabama to actually slide into that playoff spot given a USC loss and a TCU loss? Now, earlier in the week, I was a lot more optimistic about Alabama making it, hoping for a little bit more chaos that happened this weekend. But given what we know now with the AP poll coming out and Ohio State still ranked above Alabama, I find it very, very, very slim that Alabama can make it in even with a TCU loss. So let's just assume USC loses. Ohio State's going to slide up into that spot. And let's say TCU loses. What the College Football Ranking Committee, what they look at is the whole body of work. And what they're going to look at is TCU at a 12-1 team. They're going to look at the conference championships first, and they're going to put the conference champions in there. They're going to put Georgia. They're going to put Michigan. The rest of the conference champions are going to be 2-loss or 3-loss. They're not going to be considered. But what they're going to slide up Ohio State for just kind of like an at-large bid because of the whole body of work of what they've done. And then they're going to look at the loss column. And TCU is going to have 1 in the loss column. Alabama's going to have 2 in the loss column. And what's really going to hurt Alabama is that they really don't have any marquee wins. Their best win right now, as the AP poll stands, is against a top 25 team, number 25, Mississippi State. Ole Miss has dropped out. Arkansas has dropped out. So all these teams that, could have helped them, LSU, even though they lost to them, just lost to Texas A&M. So that's not really helping their resume much further going into kind of the college football playoff rankings, the last ones. So is there a chance that Alabama can still make it? Yes. And if you're an Alabama fan still holding on to the sliver of hope, here's basically what you're going to need to happen. You're going to need TCU to get absolutely boat race whooped, like 35-0, 45-7, something just totally crazy, where they're going to look at these teams and start to compare who do we really want in the college football playoff. And if you want to look at some history for you, the college football playoff rankings, you can actually go to week 9. In week 9, they did have a 7-1 Alabama ranked above a 8-0 TCU. Now, since then, TCU has proved themselves to be a little bit better than maybe we thought they were, and Alabama has slipped up again. So I don't really hold too much weight into this college football playoff ranking. So if you're an Alabama fan, just please, please, please pray for a TCU butt whooping this Saturday, and then you might have a sliver of hope if USC falls. That's it.